legendary George Jones. We're going to have a big time. Folks, this is going to be a great show. Buckle your seatbelts. If you told me that you loved me, I would feel so proud. You let me hold you, honey, I'd holler out loud. I'll never love another, even if I can. Come to me, baby, I'm a one-woman man.
Won't you let me, baby, just a
George Jones!
I'll always love you, honey, hell, I'll never let you down.
I'll never love another, even if I can. Come to me, baby, I'm a one-woman man. Hey.
I climbed the highest mountain if it reached up to the sky. To prove that I love you, I'd jump off and fly. I'd even swim the ocean from shore to shore. To prove that I love you a little bit more. Baby, won't you let me hold you?
Elvis Costello!
I'm gonna love you, honey, I'll never let you down.
I'll never love another, even if I can.
Come to me, baby, I'm a woman man.
Yeah. Sing it, son.
If you told me that I love you, I would feel so proud. You let me hold you, honey, I'd holler out loud. I'll never love another, even if I can. Come to me, baby, I'm a one-woman man.
Won't you let me, baby, just to kind of hang around? I'll always love you, honey, and I'll never let you down. I'll never love another, even if I can. Come to me, baby, I'm a one-woman man. Come to me, baby, I'm a one-woman man.
Thank you, Elvis.
Oh, George Jones and Elvis Costello, stay with us, folks. It's going to be a hot show. Hey, folks, stick around. The Possum and Elvis are up next. The song Stranger in the House appeared on George Jones' album, My Very Special Guest.
My manager came in to see me and said that George Jones was going to cut a song I'd written called Stranger in the House. I dreamed that it might be like a song that George Jones could do, but I had no way of ever imagining he would even hear it.
It must really be gratifying for an artist that's a fan to write a song with that person in mind.
It went from just imagining, sitting in London and writing a song, imagining George Jones singing it in a dream.
Then the person gets the song, hears it, wants to record it.
To hearing that I was going to sing on it with him. So it got more and more exciting and more frightening as it went on. Secretly, I wish I just had a record of him singing the song. I think my part on it is not so good, but I think I can sing it a bit better now.
Thank you, folks. Well, you're going to enjoy this. Making history tonight, Elvis Costello and George Jones.
Romances, but I thought you would always have those young girls' eyes. But now they look and tired and bitter glances at the ghost of a man who walks around in my disguise. I get the feeling that I don't belong here. There's no welcome at the window anywhere. But everybody says that he's taking my place. There's a stranger in the house no one will ever see. But everybody says he looks a lot like me. Expectation, but I know you'll also miss those carefree days. And for all the angry words that pass between us, you still don't understand me when I say there's a stranger in the house, nobody's seen his face. But everybody knows that he's taking my place. There's a stranger in the house, no one will ever see. But everybody says he looks like me. Everybody says he looks like me. Thank you, Judge.
Stay tuned, folks, for a very special moment when Monday Night Concerts returns. It's a real honor to have Elvis Costello on the show this year. He's a huge artist in England.
When I was growing up, I listened a lot to the Beatles, and it didn't occur to me until I was much older that a lot of the harmony singing that they did, they learned obviously from the Everly Brothers. And then when you think about who the Everly Brothers were influenced by, it was the Louvin Brothers.
When you look at the spectrum of music and all the people that George Jones has influenced over the last 35, 40 years, it's pretty broad-based.
You know, I have my favorites from different periods in time. I'm very fond of late 50s, early 60s honky-tonk music, some of the great Georgetown Star Day and Mercury. Do you remember when we did that TV show out in Los Angeles when I got sick and you were really kind to me, you know?
Yeah.
I went to see George in the trailer after the show, and it was just before I cut that record in Nashville, and I told him all the songs that we were going to cut of his, and he gave me a little concert of all of them. So I remember it was really sweet. He gave me like, that's how that one goes. And like, Good Year for the Roses? Okay, we'll do that one.
I think Elvis Costello gets himself into the song before he sings it.
Then Elvis comes in on Won't You Let Me Baby Just Kind of.
Oh, won't you let me baby just a kind of.
Yeah, I don't have that
note. What note is that?
In rehearsal today, George Jones was very, very impressed with Elvis's singing abilities. Elvis Costello is not only a fan of country music, but he's a student. I'm very taken with his abilities. Well, my goodness. George, it's such an honor to have you on this show. When I found out that you agreed to do this show, I did some jumping jacks. Believe me, I was so happy. Because I love you more than anybody. You're the best.
I was just thrilled to death to know that Elvis Costello was on the show with us.
Well, he made a special trip.
He was great.
Yeah. And I'm just terrified.
George, who was some of your influences growing up when you were a kid? Who
I don't remember.
You don't remember back?
Roy Acuff was definitely the first that I heard on the radio and got me to liking country music.
Yeah.
Roy Acuff and Bill Monroe, and that's who I'd want to, listen to if Mama turned on the radio on Saturday nights. And as time progressed, we got people such as Hank Williams Sr. and Ernest Tubb, and I loved them all. I tell you, country music, real country music, I call it, is what I love.
Yeah. My mother is still the biggest George Jones fan in the world. She loves your singing.
I love your mother very much.
She's precious.
Yeah, I do.
It was funny. Just a month or so before my dad passed away, we was up there, and I was getting ready to leave him. I said, "Dad," I said, "is there anything I can bring you when I come back up next week to see you and everything?" And there's always been this little jealousy between you and George Jones and my dad with my mom, because she thinks you hung the moon, she's just in love with George. And I said, "Dad, maybe I could bring you up some George Jones CDs. You can listen to them." And he went, he said, "I've had it with Jones." Is that right? But the first song I ever heard you sing, my mother had went and bought this record, and it's "The Window Up Above." You remember that one? Would you sing a little of it for me?
I've been living a new way of life that I love so.
Yeah.
But I can see the clouds are gathering, and the storm will wreck our home. For last night he hugged you tightly, and you didn't even show. Yeah. It's true, hon, I've been watching from that old window up above.
Thank you, George. My goodness.
He's gonna work me tonight, I can see that.
The grand tour.
Step right up. Come on in. If you'd like to take the grand tour of the long house we once called home sweet home.
Yeah.
I have nothing here to sell you, just some things that I will tell you, some things I know will chill you, oh, to the bone. And over there sits the chair where she'd bring the piper to me, then sit down on my knee and whisper, "Oh, I love you."
Lordy.
But now she's gone forever, and this old house, it will never be the same without the love, oh, that we once knew. It's been a good year for the roses.
Yeah.
Many blooms still in the rain. The lawn could stand another mowing. Funny, I don't even care. And as you turn and walk away,
Yeah.
as the door behind you closes, the only thing I know to say, it's been a good year for the roses.
Hey, Elvis, why don't you do your version of that? I know you did that too, didn't you?
I can hardly stand the sight of lipstick in the cigarettes there in the ashtray. Lying cold the way you left them, but at least your lips caressed them while you passed. Or a lip print on a half-filled cup cup of coffee that you poured and didn't drink. Well, at least you thought you wanted it. That's so much more than I can say for me. It's been a good year for the roses. Many blooms still linger there. Long could stand another moment. Funny, I don't even care. And as you turn to walk away,
Yeah.
and as the door behind you closes, the only thing I have to say, it's been a good year for the roses.
How about that?
Good, Elvis. Great, yeah, it is.
Man. I don't believe it. I'll never sing it again.
Well, Elvis, you're on a roll now. Dig out another old Jones tune here.
I'm sure you all love every record that George releases, but I got, you know, he's got great songs all the way down the years, so I got to do one I've always loved.
All the big fools in town got together. Every helpless loving heart I knew was there. They all sat around and told their own sad story. And then they made me the big fool of the year. Yes, it makes me the big fool of the year.
Yeah. That's great, guys. My goodness. What's an old one, George?
I can't believe this man. Where does he remember all of them from?
He's got a computer chip in his brain.
Them was cut before 56, I'll tell you.
Well, I was only little, but I've been listening a long time.
Well, I'll tell you what, I love you for that. I don't know how you remember those things like that.
Oh, I've been listening a long time.
And he sings great, don't he?
Yes, he does.
A lot of heart and soul. I love his voice.
Well, George, I tell you, we just want to, all of us in this building, and Elvis and I know all the fans at home, just really want to thank you for all the great years that you've given us with music. That means more to us than anything. Well, we got to sing one more. Well, tell me why, baby, why, baby, why, baby, why you make me cry, baby, cry, baby, cry, baby, cry. Well, I can't help but love you till the day that I die. So tell me why, baby, why, baby, why, baby, why? Well, I got a crow I want to pick with you, like the last time when the feathers flew. You're running wild and kicking up your heels and leaving me here with a handful of bills. Sing one, George. Tell me why, baby, why, baby, why, baby, why you make me cry, baby, cry, baby, cry, baby, cry. Yeah. Well, I can't help but love you till the day that I die. So tell me why, baby, why, baby, why, baby, why? So tell me why, baby, why, baby, why, baby, why?
Why, baby, why, baby, why, baby, why?
We'll be right back, folks. Stay with us, yeah. My goodness, George Jones and Elvis Costello. What a treat this has been. We'll be right back with Monday Night Concerts on TNN.
This is the place where I made my best mistakes. This is the place even angels don't understand.
I was just in the Ryman in In August, in fact, I opened up my last American tour here. While I was here, I had a little look around the Ryman. I thought this would be a wonderful place to start a tour. And a thrill to sing on that stage with such a lot of history to it.
Well, you try to love her, but you're so contrary, like a chainsaw running through a dictionary. So
I brought my band down, and truthfully, I think the part of the show I enjoyed the most was when I could sing on my own in the middle of the show and sing really quietly, because it obviously suits that style. And so I'm delighted to be back and in such circumstances.
To our little angel.
Welcome back, folks. With my friend Elvis Costello. Elvis, it's such a thrill to have you here in Nashville.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
You got a lot of fans here.
Well, I didn't realize.
Such an honor to have a man like Elvis Costello that really wants to pay his respects to such a great artist like George Jones. But one of the songs that Elvis wanted to sing tonight of George was a song that he and Gene Pitney did.
Nearly as strange a pairing as me and George Jones, I think. You know the truth, but they got some great records together, which some people may remember, and there's a great tune that they did.
It's called That's All It Took. Here we go.
It's all it took, the mention of your name, and all my love for you burst into flame. I tried so hard to let you go, but look how I still tremble at your name. That's all it took. That's all it took to make you know that I still care. It seems my heart just can't give up the dreams we used to share. I tell my friends I'm happy, but they read me like a book. And when today I heard them say your name, that's all it took. That's all it took to make me yearn for your embrace. I guess I might as well admit no one can take your place. I fell for you completely. Single line and hook. And when today I heard them say your name, that's all it took. And when today I heard them say your name, that's all it took.
Thank you, Elvis.
Thank you, Ruby.
That's great. Hey, folks, don't go away. George Jones is up next. Country music is why people last so long. George Jones is country music. People want to know, well, what is it about his singing? You know, he's just the epitome of what a country singer is supposed to be. He sings from his heart. He writes from his gut. But his singing style, just the quality of what he does and the perfection, he just doesn't sing a bad note. He's just the best. He's taught us all how to sing.
across a purple sky and bend down to kiss a rosebud. Oh, it made me wanna cry.
And to think that I'd been permitted to see part of nature's plan. Oh, there's nothing that stands out more than the selfishness in man.
Little children painting pictures of the birds and apple trees. Oh, why can't the grown-up people have the faith of one of these?
And to think those tiny fingers might become a killer's hand. Oh, there's nothing that stands out more than the selfishness in man.
Why can't we see the folly of the uselessness of hate? Love could lead to understanding. Maybe it's not too late. Then perhaps through His great wisdom we might learn to understand. Then there'd be no shame or sorrow and no selfishness in man. Of hate, love could lead to understanding. Maybe it's not too late.
Then perhaps in His great wisdom we might learn to understand. Then there'd be no shame or sorrow and no selfishness in man.
George Jones. Thank you so much, George.
Did you know that George Jones was made an opera cast member on August the 25th, 1956? It's my birthday.
The fabulous Elvis Costello when we return.
For the first album that I recorded in America after the one I cut in Nashville.
Indoor fireworks.
I remember playing it to Ricky when the first time we met, and you know, I think I was trying to sort of say maybe he'll cover this, but he never did. He never did take the bait. I've never actually played it with the sort of accompaniment that's on the record in concert until the show tonight, having a mandolin and things like that. It's always been just a solo song when I have done it in concert, so it's great to get back to the recorded arrangement.
We play these parlor games, we play at make-believe. When we get to the part where I say that I'm going to leave, everybody loves a happy ending, but we don't even try. We go straight past pretending to the part where everybody loves to cry. Indoor fireworks can still burn your fingers. Indoor fireworks. We swore we're safe as houses. They're not so spectacular. They don't burn up in the sky. They can dazzle or delight or bring a cheer as the smoke gets in your eye. You were the spice of life, the gin in my vermouth. And though the sparks would fly, I thought our love was fireproof. Sometimes we'd fight in public, darling, with very little cause. But different kinds of sparks would fly when we got on our own behind closed doors. Indoor fireworks can still burn your fingers. Indoor fireworks. We swore we're safe as houses. They're not so spectacular. They don't burn up in the sky, but they can dazzle or delight or bring a cheer when the smoke gets in your eye. It's time to tell the truth. These things have to be faced. My fuse is burning out and all that powder's gone to waste. Don't think for a moment, dear, that we'll ever be through. I'll build a bonfire of my dreams and burn a broken effigy of me and you. Indoor fireworks can still burn your fingers. Indoor fireworks. We swore we're safe as houses. They're not so spectacular. They don't burn up in the sky, but they can dazzle or delight or bring a cheer when the smoke gets in your eye. When the smoke gets in your eye. When the smoke gets in your eye.
My little George Jones imitation. She thinks I still care. Having George Jones on my show was like a lifetime dream for me. So I had to try to pick one song that to me is the staple of George Jones' repertoire. He Stopped Loving Her Today was my choice and my pick. If George would please sing that for me, and I really believe the crowd is just going to go nuts when they hear him sing it.
Something like that.
Because, I mean, it's George Jones, and he's the best, and he always has been, always will be.
Welcome back, folks. Boy, what a night this has been. What a night. George, I appreciate you working so hard. Now, I'll come out and mow your grass sometime or paint your house or do something for you to pay back.
I got plenty of it out there.
I heard about that. Well,
Summertime.
I really I really appreciate you taking all the time.
I've had a wonderful time, and Ricky, I want to come back. Just however soon you'll have me, I'm ready.
You heard that? This is the greatest country song of all time, I think. In the archives of life, this is the song. George, I'm not even going to introduce it. I don't even have to. George Jones.
He said, I love you till I die. She told him, forgetting time. I watched the years pass slowly by. She still preyed upon his mind. He kept her picture on his wall. Went half crazy now and then. He still loved her through it all, hoping she'd come back again. Found love letters by his bed, dated 1962. He had underlined in red every single I love. I went to see my friend today. Oh, but I didn't see no tear. All dressed up to go away. First time I'd seen him smile in years. He stopped living hard to pay. He placed a wreath upon his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. You know, she came back today for her last time. Oh, and we all wondered if she would. And it kept running through my mind. Well, this time, he's over her for good. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today.
Don't touch that dial. You're in for a whopper of a finale. White Lightning was released March the 9th, 1959, and it spent 22 weeks on Billboard's top 40 country chart.
Shoo, White Lightning.
It held the #1 slot for 5 weeks. The song was written by J.P. Richardson, whose stage name was the Big Bopper. He died in the plane crash with Buddy Holly and Ritchie Valens on February 3rd, 1959.
White Lightning.
George Jones recorded White Lightning in Nashville in Owen Bradley's Quonset Hut studio. Wow! Folks, what a great night this has been. I want to thank my guest, Elvis Costello. All the way from across the briny. And George Jones. We're going to say goodnight. Here it's White Lightning. Well, way back in North Carolina, way back in the hills, lived an old pappy and he had him still.
Yeah.
He proved White Lightning
sun went down. Then he hit him a jug and he passed it around. Mighty, mighty pleasing Pat, corn squeezes.
Ooh, I like it.
Well, the achievement revenues too. Searching for a place where the baby's brewed. They were looking, trying to book him. My pappy kept me cooking.
Ooh, I like it.
Well, the city slicker came and he said I'm tough. I think I wanna taste some farmer stuff. He took one slug, he drank it on down. Heard him a moan as I hit the ground. Mighty, mighty pleasing Baptist corn stew.
Ooh, I like it.
Well, achievement and revenues too. Searching for a place where he made his food. They were looking, trying to book it, but my pappy kept on cooking.
Why, I like it.
Well, achievement and revenues too. Searching for a place where he made his food. They were looking, trying to book him, but my pappy kept on cooking.
Ooh, I like it.
Good night, folks.
Yeah.
Well, achievement and revenues too. Searching for a place where we made his food. They were looking, trying to book him, but my pappy kept on cooking.
Thank you, Elvis Costello.
Thank you, George Jones. And thank you, folks.
Elvis has left the building.